What if I told you that the tool I'm using to edit this video, manage my budget, and even deploy code was built by my AI? Not just suggested by AI, actually built, committed, and deployed while I was texting on WhatsApp. Let me show you. There's a pattern with AI tools right now. Ask a question, get an answer, copy it somewhere, move on. It works, but it keeps AI in a box. What if AI could actually do things? Not just explain how, but actually do it. That's what this setup does. Instead of AI just writing code, it builds, deploys, and manages entire systems. This isn't a concept, it's a working setup you can build today. Here's what makes it possible. Portainer manages containers. Tailscale creates a private network. OpenClaw is the brain. WhatsApp becomes your interface. GitLab handles version control, and Claude Code writes new code when needed. Every app you build should have a full API. Every app gets a skill file, instructions for how AI can use it. The pretty UI is just so you can check in occasionally. The real work happens through the API. You're not using AI, you're co-working with it. Now, where should you run all this? You got two options: local hardware, an old desktop, a mini PC, even a Raspberry Pi, or cloud VMs from providers like DigitalOcean or AWS. I went with an old PC I had lying around, installed Linux on it, and turned it into my home server. Zero monthly cost, full control. Start with what you have, you can always migrate later. Now, before going further, security. Giving AI control without thinking about security is asking for trouble. Trojan skills, sleeper agents, Docker escapes, real threats? The answer: private network, SaaS build skills, everything containerized. Security built in from day one. Now that we have security figured out, let's talk about why we are using Docker and Portainer. Docker lets you run applications in containers, isolated environments that don't mess with each other. If something breaks, just delete the container and start fresh. Portainer gives you a visual dashboard to manage all your containers. Your AI uses the API to deploy things, but you get a nice UI to monitor everything. This is the foundation. Every app we build will run in its own container. Now that you have chosen a server, you need to install Docker on it. If you are using a cloud provider like DigitalOcean, they already have a ready-made Docker VM. But for everyone else, here are the steps. First, we install Docker. Just a few commands: update packages, add the repository key, install Docker, and start the service. Then we spin up Portainer with a single Docker run command. Do not worry, I will put the exact commands in the description so you can follow along. When you open Portainer for the first time, you might see an SSL warning. That is normal for a self-signed certificate. Just click proceed. Create your admin account. Pick a username and a strong password. This is your Portainer login. Click home, then connect to your local Docker environment. And that is it. You can now see all your running containers, manage them, check logs, everything from this single UI. Portainer is now your Docker dashboard. No more memorizing Docker commands. Now let us talk about Tailscale. If you have ever tried to access your home server from outside, you know the pain. Port forwarding, firewall rules, dynamic DNS, it is a mess. Tailscale makes all of that disappear. One command and your devices are on the same private network. Your laptop can reach your server like they are sitting next to each other. No ports exposed to the internet. No config files, just a secure encrypted tunnel that works anywhere. Let's set up Tailscale on your server. The install is just one curl command. It adds the repository and installs everything automatically. Then run Tailscale up to start the Tailscale service. It'll give you a login link. Wait for it to show up. Okay, now once you see the auth link on terminal, click to open it. It opens Tailscale login. Sign in with your account, authorize this machine, and you will see it appear in your admin console. That is your private network, ready to go. Now you need Tailscale on your local machine too, your laptop, your Mac, whatever you are working from. Head to tailscale.com, download the app for your OS. I am on Mac, so I will grab the Mac OS version. This creates the private tunnel between your machine and your server. Run the installer. It is the standard Mac OS flow, nothing special here. Just click through. Tailscale installs as a menu bar app, super lightweight. Once it is done, you will see the Tailscale icon up top. Mac OS will ask you to approve a couple of things. First, the VPN configuration. Tailscale needs this to create the tunnel. Click allow. Then it will ask to enable the system extension. Approve that too. These are one-time permissions. macOS just wants to make sure you know what is being installed. Now it asks you to sign in. Use the same account you used on your server. Google, GitHub, Microsoft, whatever works for you. Follow the login flow in your browser, authorize the device, and you are done. Your laptop is now on the same private network as your server. That Tailscale IP works from anywhere. No port forwarding, no firewall rules. Now we need to install OpenClaw on our server inside a container. But before that, what is OpenClaw? Think of it as the brain, the AI runtime that actually does the work. It connects to WhatsApp, Telegram, or Slack, listens for your messages, and takes action. It has skills, instructions for how to use your APIs, and it remembers context across conversations. This is not a chatbot, this is your AI coworker. Now for the main event, OpenClaw. Open Portainer in your browser, navigate to the Docker environment, create a new stack in Portainer. You'll need two services, the gateway, which runs 24/7 and handles all the messaging, and a CLI container for interactive sessions. Mount your config and workspace volumes, add your API keys as environment variables, and expose the gateway port. Time to bring your AI to life. Head back to Portainer, find your OpenClaw stack, and open the shell for the CLI container. Run node-dist/index.js on board to start the setup wizard. First thing it does is ask you to confirm you know what you're doing. This AI will have control over your system, so it wants to make sure you're intentionally giving it that power. Next up, model selection. You'll pick your AI provider and the specific model to use. I recommend Claude Opus 4.5 or the newer 4.6. They're the most capable models out there for this kind of autonomous work. But heads up, they're expensive. If budget is a concern, check out OpenRouter. Kimi K2.5 and GLM5 are both excellent alternatives that won't break the bank. Pick what works for your use case. Then you'll choose your communication platform. WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack. Pick whatever you actually use. I personally run WhatsApp for day-to-day stuff and Slack for work. After that, you'll see options for built-in skills. Honestly, I skip all of these. I prefer building custom skills tailored to exactly what I need. But if you're just starting out, they can be helpful to explore. If this is your first time, you'll see a hatch page. Name your AI, tell it who you are. I've already done this part, so it skips straight to the control UI. Finally, you'll see a link to the control UI along with a gateway token. That token is the same one you added to your stack in Portainer. Copy it, then open your browser to your Tailscale server IP on port 118789. Paste the token in the overview page, hit enter, and you're connected. Your AI is live and ready to chat. Welcome to the future of how you work. Now let's set up GitLab, your self-hosted Git server. Why self-host? Because when AI writes code, you want full control over where it lives. GitLab gives you repositories, CI/CD pipelines, and container registry all in one. When Claude Code commits a change, GitLab builds and deploys it, and Portainer manages it. It's a fully automated system with version control and backup built in. And as a bonus, you get the GitLab UI to browse the code and even pull it to your local machine if you need to make changes. But honestly, you probably won't need to. To deploy GitLab, head to Portainer and create a new stack. I'll call it GitLab. Now paste in the GitLab compose file. This includes the main GitLab container and a GitLab runner for CI/CD. The compose file is in the description if you need it. Click deploy and wait. GitLab takes a few minutes to fully initialize on first boot, so grab a coffee while it starts up. Once GitLab is ready, open the web UI at your Tailscale IP on port 32772. You'll see the login page, but first we need the initial root password. Open a terminal and run docker exec gitlab rep password followed by the path to the initial root password file. Copy that password. Now let's create your own account so you don't have to use root every time. Click register, enter your username, email and password. After registering, you'll see a message that your account needs admin approval. So log in as root using the password from the terminal, go to admin area, then users, find your new account, click edit and approve it. While you're here, change the access level to administrator. Now log out and log in with your own account, you're all set, no more root logins needed. To set up your runner, go to GitLab's admin area, then CI/CD and click on runners. This is where we'll register our container to pick up jobs. Click new instance runner. Select Linux, enable run untagged jobs, then click create. Copy this registration token, we'll need it in the next step. Now switch to Portainer and open the console for your GitLab runner container. Run GitLab runner register. It'll ask for your GitLab URL, just press enter to use the default. Same for the name, press enter to keep it. For the executor, choose Docker. Set the default image to Alpine latest. Once registered, head back to GitLab and refresh the runners page. Your runner is now online and ready to build. So we've got Portainer managing our containers and GitLab handling our code. But right now, these are just dashboards for us. The AI can't touch them. To make the AI a real coworker, we need to give it API access. This means creating tokens that let OpenClaw deploy containers, trigger pipelines, and manage your infrastructure all through simple chat commands. So let's see how we can do that. This is the moment everything changes. Here in WhatsApp, I'm telling my AI that I'm giving it access to Portainer and GitLab. It's important to explain what these tools are for so the AI understands the purpose, not just the credentials. Now I grab the Portainer API token. This gives the AI direct access to manage containers. But the key is context. I'm not just handing over keys, I'm explaining that this is for deploying and managing Docker services. Watch the AI's reaction. It immediately connects and explores what it can do. Because I gave it context about the purpose, it knows this is for container management, not just random API access. It can see the stacks, the containers, deploy applications, trigger pipelines. It's just awesome. Same approach for GitLab. Navigate to user settings, access tokens, and create a new token with API scope. Set an expiration. You can set max as 1 year. This gives the AI access to your repositories, pipelines, and project management. 2 API tokens with proper context, and the AI transforms from an advisor to a real coworker. It understands what each tool is for, and now it can actually deploy code, manage infrastructure, and do the work alongside me. Pro tip: you can ask your AI to create a skill out of these tools so that it always remembers how to use them and access them. Watch this. I am asking Arya, my AI assistant, to build me something from scratch. A project health dashboard, dark theme, clean design, API endpoints. I'm just describing what I want in plain English over WhatsApp. Arya confirms, starts coding, and within a couple of minutes it is done. Code written, database setup, everything pushed to GitLab. Ready for deployment. Here is the GitLab pipeline running. Arya triggered it automatically, and now it is watching each stage. Install, build, test, deploy. Everything is passing. And over here in Portainer, you can see the container spinning up. Arya is managing the entire deployment process, CI/CD, Docker, infrastructure, all from that one WhatsApp message. Now I try to open the app and it is not working. The URL gives me nothing. So I tell Arya. It immediately starts investigating, pulls up the pipeline logs, and finds the problem. Port mapping was misconfigured. The app runs on port 3500 but was exposed on 3000. Arya fixes the configuration and redeploys. New pipeline, new deployment. And this time, it works. The dashboard is live, exactly as I requested. Dark theme, project list, everything there. But we are not done. I asked Arya to populate the dashboard with all my projects from GitLab. It pulls the details from my GitLab and populates it and categorizes active, idle, and blocked ones. Then set up a nightly cron job to keep it synced. It can now keep the data synced and the data updated based on what's happening in my life. Now let's ask show me which projects I have been neglecting. It pulls that up instantly. And finally, I tell Arya to create a skill for this app. Now it knows how to use the project health dashboard forever. It learns something new and it will remember it for every future conversation. This is what I meant by co-working. The app is for Arya to use. The UI is just there for me to peek in occasionally and see what is going on. This is how I work now. My AI checks my email, manages my budget, deploys my code, and pings me when something needs attention. I'm not using AI. I'm working with it. And here is the thing, this video you are watching right now, it was built by my AI agent too. I was just the director. It made the voiceovers, the motion graphics, edited the video, even this facecam recording you are seeing, all generated by my AI assistant. So if you want to learn more about how I am doing all this and other projects I am working on, stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.